Tonight's Girls Foothill League basketball game is being brought to you by Kyoto Seafood Buffet. All you can eat, one low price. Nissan of Valencia, home of the 2012 Versa giveaway. Scratch Golf, where you can play Pebble Beach during your lunch hour. Janice Jackson of H&R Block, corporate tax specialist, but she does personal taxes too. Elegant Shapes, luxury spa services without the luxury price. And the U.S. Marines, the few, the proud, the Marines.
You know, I think it's interesting that Kaylee Vitalo hasn't played so far tonight. She's in her sweat jersey, and she's not playing. Not at all?
No, she's not going to play because, remember, she was hurt.
Oh, yeah. But she's in uniform, so, you know.
She is in uniform.
I always say if you dress, you press. So I don't know what that's all about. If you're not going to play, you might as well not wear the uniform.
Calderon shot does not work. Branham gets the rebound. Gets it back over to Arima. Now Calderon. Jensen to Branham. Branham, nice play. What a drive.
She's just a very smart player. You know, she makes good decisions most of the time.
Just a sophomore.
Can score.
Stone shot. That's not going to work. Calderon's going to chase it down. Too hard off the glass. Too much momentum.
Might have been a little foul there, too.
Kaylee Vitalo hurt her knee against Valencia on Tuesday, right in front of us during that game. And just still a little sore. And that one's going to go off of the Cowboys, so it will be West Ranch basketball. Hannah Green, Melissa Arima check back into the game for the Wildcats. Getting her first action of the night, Dana Bowers, the 5'10 freshman. So 2 freshmen in the game right now for the Cowboys. Wildcats hoping to extend their 1-point lead right now. This is Green. Can't go. Schultz with the rebound. She's going to pull up for 3. Can't go, and Hannah Green pulls it down. Branham, a little stutter step, giving her some separation, and she gets it to Calderon. Back to Branham. See those knee pads on her knees. You know how physical she is, and she ends up on the floor, a dozen times or so every game. Green controls it. There's Branham, a long 3. And McCann pulls it down for Cowboys.
Well, that was a great opportunity for the Wildcats to extend the lead a little bit, and they weren't able to do it. This game is still, I think, up in the air. Canyon has not really surged at all in this game, and the pace is the way the Wildcats like it.
Okahara tries the shot. That's not going to fall. Battle underneath, and it's going to be won by Chelsea Renner. Branham is going to drive. A lot of Cowboys around her as Schultz gets the rebound, gets it down to Tiffany Stone, who puts it in. Stone with 8 points already.
Well, you would expect that from the senior captain on this team. You know, when other people are just struggling a little bit, she's going to take over.
Cowboys opened up an 8-2 lead in the first quarter just to see it erased by the Wildcats on a 7-0 run, and it's been back and forth ever since the very end of the first quarter and in here to the second. And 5 on the shot.
And the Wildcats like this pace. I know that for a fact.
Green hits the rim with the shot, so it resets the 30-second shot clock. And now Randy Smith is going to call a timeout, stopping the clock with 4:26 to play in the first quarter. Well, Nissan of Valencia is giving away a brand new 2012 Versa to a Hart District student, so go to nissanofvalencia.com and find out how. And don't forget, Nissan of Valencia is home to the $99 down delivers on any new or used vehicle in stock. So don't let your parents tell you they can't afford to get you the vehicle you need for school. Visit NissanofValencia.com today.
I will. I will let them know.
That district employees
are
not allowed?
Yes.
And what, you want to file a complaint?
Well, my children are probably listening, and they're all excited that they got an opportunity at a car, but because I'm an employee, I'm not eligible.
Your kids aren't students anymore of the Hart District.
Yeah, but they think they are. They think they are because I get paid by the Hart District, so they think they're students of the Hart District. The Mr. Herrick Fund pays their entertainment and social activities.
So the Wildcats coming out of the timeout that they called, they're going to have 24 seconds on the shot clock as they maintain their possession. This is the 5'3" senior Michelle Arima. Has McCoy on her.
And she's going against McCoy, who's extremely long player on defense with the long reach.
Hannah Green's shot does not work, but it's tracked down once again by Branham. Green gets it down inside to Jensen, and she's going to be fouled.
It was a nice post move by Jensen.
Now, this is a big moment here because, and I've been talking to Melanie Jensen about this. Melanie is now 0 for 9 from the free throw line, and I want it for her as much as she does.
Well, you know, when you talk to her next time,
yeah,
tell her the coach will work with her a little bit, and maybe we can do something about her free throw.
Okay.
Tell her to get a hold of me, and I'll work her out a little bit and make her a better free throw shooter.
Yes. I'm happy.
She doesn't need me. She's got you.
Yeah, well, she's off the schneid now. I'm happy for her.
All right.
Ties the game at 12. Jaya Schultz kicking it over to Okahara. Her three-point effort does not fly. Go in. Back to Schultz. That's a 2. That's not going to go in. And Hannah Green collects the loose ball. You mentioned that Hannah Green has to have a big game, and she has had a good game defensively for the Wildcats.
And she's playing with 2 first-half fouls, which she's got to be very careful not to pick up that third by halftime.
She's got 2 points in the game. There's Green. Pulls up for the jumper. That one's going to be short, but she is fouled. That's why it's short. So the 52% shooter from the line, Hannah Green, will go to the line to shoot 2.
You know, and, if she's 52% from the line, you can't be real happy with that. But what you can be happy with is she draws fouls from the other people's big players. And if she does that consistently throughout a game, they get to the bench. So there's an ulterior motive other than points when you get fouled.
And the foul was called against Aaliyah McCoy. So Jaya Schultz and Aaliyah McCoy both now playing with 2 fouls.
Right, and they have to be very careful now, and it creates more offensive shots for Hannah Green around the basket because they're going to back off.
Tiffany Stone checks back into the game. She is going to replace Dana Bowers. And there's Stone with the ball. Schwimmer. Inside McCoy. Cross court, Schwimmer. Up top, Stone for 3. Nothing but net for Tiffany Stone. And it's a 2-point lead for the Cowboys.
I'm not think you're giving Tiffany Stone that wide open of a shot. That's just not necessary for the Wildcats.
And Tiffany Stone is smoking hot. She's got 11 points in this first half. Arima's shot no good. Hannah Green right there to put it back in. Ties it up once again.
Yeah, I don't think they have much of a chance unless Hannah Green has a big game. She has to match the scores for Canyon.
Hannah Green has 5. It's going to be hard to match Tiffany Stone right now. Aaliyah McCoy, turnaround, no good. Rebound pulled down by Michelle Arima. Branham gets into the paint, kicks it to Arima. Still Arima. And then tries a bounce pass into Branham. And Branham started to go left and then cut back right just as the pass went her way.
Yeah, she cut the wrong way, or the pass went the wrong way, whichever you want to look at it. I'm sure Branham would say, hey, I wasn't going in that direction.
And Green just grimacing because she had her hands on the ball but knocked it out of bounds.
She had 2 hands on the ball. That's what even makes it even more unfortunate.
Stone thinks 3, gets Green off her feet, drives in down the baseline, can't get the shot to go, and Calderon gets the rebound. Here's Whitney Branham, just a sophomore, averaging 14.5 points a game, the leading scorer for the Wildcats. Ball knocked away by Stone, but it is collected by Michelle Arima.
Yeah, I see the Wildcats getting a little more and more confidence as this game stays close.
Jaya Schultz knocking it away, takes it the length of the court and puts it in. She has her first 2 points of this game. She averages 13 on the season, better than 12.5 in league play.
And I think the Cowboys need to do that. They need to score in transition, get it going full court, take advantage.
Michelle Arima,
better athletes.
Going to call her Kobe, the way she's turning around. And Kiana Calderon was able to collect the rebound, but then she steps out of bounds at the baseline. And so it will be Cowboy basketball.
You know, when you're more athletic than like the Cowboys are in this particular game, you want to make it the game a longer game, a full court game, because then you can run and jump and do the things and take advantage of your athleticism. And I think that playing this half court slowdown thing is not to their advantage.
Stone drives, the shot no good, gets her own rebound, little fadeaway. And Tiffany Stone now has 13 points.
Or you can give the ball to Tiffany Stone and let her score.
Calderon, nice scoop. 4 points for Kiana Calderon, a 5'5" junior. Stone looking for the last shot. And that's going to be the end of the first half. Boy, this game is back and forth, back and forth. Neither team has played exemplary, but both teams right in this game right now. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Greg and I will talk about the first half when we return on the Kyoto Seafood Buffet Game of the Week.
To purchase this game on DVD, call the SCVTV Media Center at 661-251-8820 or send email to info@scvtv.com.
This is a channel for the community. This is a channel for the community.
We're the Santa Clarita Valley's only television channel, but we're more than just a media outlet.
You chose the Santa Clarita Valley for quality of life, but you also need quality of health. In the last few years, Henry Mayo has dramatically advanced care for our maturing population, introducing life-saving cardiovascular services, achieving an advanced primary stroke center designation, receiving the highest cancer program accreditation, and developing new joint replacement and spine programs. In fact, Henry Mayo is now a Best Los Angeles Regional Hospital. Henry Mayo, helping ensure your quality of life through better quality of health.